damn. I just thought about something. I'm gonna stop shaking niggas' hands. Because
yeah,
if they do
nigga,
with
I
my
ain't
hands,
shaking your hand no more. We done with that.
everybody got dick hands. These are when you pee, you gotta touch your dick.
That's why I do this shit. Nigga, give me some that.
Hey, I be offended like a motherfucker when I'm doing like this, and the motherfucker like,
Right, like,
no,
what the
nigga.
fuck you been doing? I heard you been jagging a lot.
Yeah, exactly.
I know about that.
You put your hand out again.
Yeah.
I grab a nigga, I grab a nigga depth like that shit, and cause you know you gonna get this handshake.
This is Swift Sloan, and you watching thisis50.com.
Swift, what's up, baby? Swift Sloan up in this motherfucker. What's up, boy?
What's happening, man?
I said, what's up, boy?
What's going on, baby?
Hey, bro, yeah, this is 50, man. We're G Unit.
Hey,
Come
man,
on.
thanks for having me, my nigga.
Yo, I had to, man. We over here cooking right now.
You did?
Yo, man, side chick holiday.
Man.
Yo, tell them about it. What's the concept of our book? This book we putting out this year. We shopping for a deal right now. So if you're watching, yo, back the truck up. Back the money truck up. Yeah, we going in right now. Tell them about Side Chick Holiday.
Well, Side Chick Holiday. I mean, you know, Side Chick Holiday is a fictional tale with a very real story. I mean, we got about 4-5 different relationships in there. We got one with a lesbian relationship.
You never hear that?
Sexual relationships, right? That's we chose to put that in there simply because we was trying to do something different. And then,
this show the perspective, because you never hear about women got hoes too.
Exactly.
Women got hoes too. Women got side chicks too,
right.
And everything. You never hear about those stories. Like even women can't be monogamous to women.
Right.
You know, and what do the lonely do around the holidays? You know,
right.
Be sick, right?
Real shit. So
hoping they gonna get a text.
The main premise of it is really be careful who you hurt. I mean, it was a story that we put together to kind of show a person who may love somebody, but they over here and they going through something else because this individual, might not be able to be with them the way that they want them to be with them. Mm-hmm. So we have a lot of different stories in there. I mean, and I definitely think that it's something that a lot of people can relate to. I know a lot of people gonna be able to, key in on it, men and women. I mean, because we wanted to do something. Me and Jack, we was talking. We wanted to do something that would cross over, not just on no street shit, but somebody in corporate America would be able to see it. Somebody going to Spelman would be able to watch it. Somebody going to Harvard. I mean, it's these real stories that we got in there. So
that's right, because this particular situation, it don't it don't have a color.
Exactly. Yeah.
It don't have a race.
Exactly.
None of that. Everybody get bored sometimes or get a little greedy, and want a little bit more. And we think that something is the grass is a little bit greener on the other side of the fence and everything. Now you said something like, be careful who you hurt. Now some would say, yo, Swill, but if you sign up for this, man, you should know better. This is what it is.
I mean,
it's easier said than done, right?
Yeah. I mean, but it's like, most situations when people be dealing with them kind of situations where, it's side chicks and now they got side niggas, I guess. Mm-hmm. But it's
everybody can't handle it.
Right, it's one of them things where people get in their feelings. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I mean, so it's one thing to go into a situation and say, hey, well, I got a woman. And she like, oh, I'm cool with that. But then after you smash a couple times, then all of a sudden, she texting you 3 o'clock in the morning or calling your phone, then hanging up and shit, so, I mean, you know what I'm talking about.
What? Yes. It's ridiculous. It's like right now I got all my chicks are side chicks. Right. All my chicks are side chicks. They belong to somebody else or some kind of shit. But I don't really tolerate that hitting me at 2 a.m. and shit. I'm not the booty call guy and whatnot. My office hours are from 6 to 10. And whatnot. By that time, I might take a shower and jack off. And if I jack off, I'm really not gonna fuck with you.
I gotta get up in the morning type shit, huh?
Yeah. So if anybody that's watching this spend the night over my house, just know you stepping in sperm. Listen, because when you doing it in front of the TV, and then you done goddamn let it on your hand or some dumb shit, you be like, this is so fucking childish. This shit dumb as fuck. But when you're able to wash it off in the shower, you like, hey, that wasn't bad. You don't feel stupid in the shower. But when you're in the shower, you able to just wash your sins away. That wasn't so bad at all. Get a little sticky and shit, put some soap back on your hand, wash that off, and then do this little smell test, like, okay, it don't smell like sperm no more. And it's cool. Yeah, a lot of times. Man, I'm sorry, that just went on a rant about 5 minutes about some bullshit. Yeah, Black DiBiase.
Black DiBiase, man, is a very strong book about a guy who takes over a drug empire after his father, right? So his dad was he was an ex-Navy SEAL. His name was Rico Hammond, and he started off. He got into the drug game by working for these Colombians. He was actually doing hits for them, you know. And one of the exchanges was basically they started giving him drugs. So he did it for a while, and then he was trying to get out. And they didn't want him to get out. You know, you always they'll never want you to get out type shit, right? So they didn't want him to get out, and so they started looking for him. They was actually trying to kill him, and then he put somebody in. Well, I don't want to tell you that part, but he basically got killed, and then after he was killed, his son was given this key from his uncle. His uncle like, okay, look, your dad, he wanted me to give you this, so he go find all this dope and whatnot. He take over, and then all this mysterious things go to happening in the book, which all y'all out there, y'all are readers, y'all know what I'm talking about. These things go to happen in just like a series of different events, and then people didn't know that his pops actually was coming back. He was just really trying to come back and clean up all the loose ends because he knew that some motherfucker had put them people in his business and they told him something, so he was really just trying to figure out who all had something to do with that. So Black DiBiase is his son. That was his name, and a lot of people know that DiBiase, my friend, I got the name DiBiase from him. He's called himself Antoine DiBiase. My nigga 6. That's what this right here stand for. His right here. So that's where I got the name from. I was gonna actually do a book. I had started a book about him, and towards the third or fourth chapter, I stopped writing. The book got kind of emotional for me and whatnot. I tell a lot of people that story, and I just went off into a fictional tale, man. But I wanted to keep the title Black DiBiase, just kind of like in memory of him. So yeah, that's how that came about.
Word. Now, you started writing, man, when you were in prison. Mm-hmm. Influences that got you into that helped you smooth the time on that, man. Who was that?
Well, you know what I'm gonna tell you, John Grisham, man, is my favorite author. I read all his books, the Pelican Brief, The Brethren. That's like my favorite book by him. The Summons, King of Torts. I mean, just all of them. So I got a lot of my style of writing from John Grisham, and but just on a lot of black authors, Shannon Holmes, him, Cuevas Coleman, Ashley Cuevas, and you got Terry Woods, so I was around that time I was reading them, around that time, so that's one of the things where because I would read in there, and then I was at a pinnacle point in my life where I was just trying to figure out what am I gonna do when I get out of here, so I started writing, man, and just to give you the short version, I started writing, and then I wrote my first book, Motivation Mastering the Game, and then I went to this boot camp shit. I did like a 7-month program. It was supposed to be 6 months, but they extended me for like a month because I had did something. I had did something in the social worker. They tried to kick me out the program, so I ended up doing 7 months in there, man. And then I got out after that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And what was that moment where you were like, yo, I'm a writer for real? This shit is happening. Do you remember that?
Right now? No. But, no, you know what? I'm gonna tell you, bro. When I really realized that I was a real writer I would have to say, was when people who came the second and third and fourth time, like once I finished my first book series, Motivation, the whole series, I did part 1, Motivation Mastering the Game, Motivation 2, The Chase, Motivation 3, The Exit. Once I completed that full series, a person that's an author, they will really understand. Like once I put that whole piece together and I had finished the whole story, I was like, damn, I do this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't a incomplete piece at that point. It was a complete story. And the thing about it is, I mean, I could keep going with it if I wanted to. Like I could, take part 3, even though, the story was done. I could say, okay, well, now let's go into another chapter of his life. That's the beauty of writing. Writing is one of the things where, you can go as far in your mind with that shit as you want to. It don't ever stop. And then, I tell people ask me all the time, like, okay, so if I write a book, how do I start doing it? I say, well, the first thing I do is I come up with an idea. I come up with the idea, and I come up with the characters, figure out how I want to put it together, and that's how I started off. So I also let them know that once you do that and you begin to write a book, just like me and you, when we wrote, Side Chick Holiday, it didn't end the way that we wanted it to, because as you're creating, the creative process, it takes a life of its own. You know what I'm saying? So, I tell people that. So, writing, man, is the thing I like about it is this, bro. You know what I mean? Like, you can keep writing forever. A motherfucker can write books till he 80. You can't rap till you 80. I mean, well, maybe you can, but I'm saying you're not going to be able to keep people's attention like you would, a writer. I mean, it's all in the brain. I mean, there's no visuals with that. You know what I mean? So you can go as far as you want to go with it.
And what's the most rewarding thing about being a writer for you?
I would have to say knowing that I'm touching people. Like when people send me inboxes, emails. I mean, they hit me on Instagram. Send me letters. I mean, like especially cats from the joint. Like this is deep. My guy Dwayne out here, he got a company called SNX Books, SNX Express, and they ship books through all kind of prisons and county jails all over the country. So that's like he's one of my main distributors. And he I ain't gonna lie, man, like he got me popping so hard, like even in the joint, you know what I mean? Like cats from all over be writing me, bro. You know what I'm saying? And they write me telling me, like they like my story, and they like what I'm doing, they like this book, they like that book, how can they do this and do that? So when you talk about reward, it would have to be, people like that, people who, are maybe looking for that hope, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, they can look at me and see like, wow, okay, you know what, it is, it is a life after this shit. You know what I'm saying? And then, the countless people on the streets, the kids, that I touch when they find out that I'm a writer, because a lot of motherfuckers, when you an author, they not expecting for you to come like this. Most authors, they come different way, so, yeah, I mean, it's just knowing, man, that you touching people and people like what you're doing. Yeah.
It's a little boy and it's a little girl watching right now. They want to be writers and whatnot. What would you tell them on how to get started, and how would you motivate them to not say skip the line or taking the shortcuts, but to follow their dreams? Where does it start?
I would say the first thing you need to do is come up with an idea and just write. Just write some stuff. Just write. Don't even think about it. Don't sit down and try to figure out, am I doing this right? Am I doing this correctly? Should I be doing it this way? Should I be doing it that way? Don't think about none of that, because that's where I screwed up the first time. I almost talked myself out of this. After I wrote like 10 chapters, I threw them away because I felt like I didn't know what I was doing. But there is no correct way to do this. I mean, you're going to have a lot of authors that's going to tell you, you do it like this, you do it like that. No. The best way to do it is just write. Just write a whole, but just write. Just write. And once you write, then you worry about the editorial process and putting the actual story together and whatnot. And also one of the biggest things is go find you a book or some magazines or something like that on sentence structure, how to build characters and plots and things like that, and you'll be fine. And the creative process is gonna take over on its own. Trust me. I mean, it's just gonna take on a whole new life of its own, and you're not even gonna see it coming. By the time you get to the middle of the book, you're gonna be like, okay. Then once you get to the end, you're gonna be like, wow, I did it. Trust me, it's gonna happen.
There it is. Hey, is there anything you want to say to thisis50.com before we get about you?
Most definitely. First of all, I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in, but also check out their circumstances. The circumstances that just came out on Amazon. It's a full feature film, 86 minutes, based on my first book, Motivation Mastering the Game. Y'all check that out. Check out all my books on Amazon.com. You can go to my website as well, IamSwiftSloan.com.
How many books you in right now?
4th, and then our book is gonna be the 5th one.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So just check me out. But most definitely, go check out their circumstances. Circumstances based on my first book, Motivation Mastering the Game. It's on Amazon. You can, to get to it real quick, go to my website, IamSwiftSloan.com.
And like I always say, you just can't say you really something. You gotta be when we out of here. Do you have something in mind? Y'all go to commercial. Don't kiss them hoes in the mouth unless you got to.